What's up guys, Blade Master here bringing you another Total War Attila online battle. In this is just a quick battle, this is not a tournament battle. In this matchup, I have taken the Sassanids and my opponent Chosen Way, or Way from the Chosen clan, has taken the Eastern, or is it Western? It is the Western Roman Empire, and the reason why I've brought Sassanids is I'm just trying to experiment with different builds with them. One of my subscribers, and here I'll be the first to admit, my subscribers are probably smarter than me, and he told me that the Armenian Slingers are definitely a unit worth checking out, and yes, I will be putting up a unit review of them very soon, but I just wanted to show you guys exactly how they perform on the battlefield. I brought 3 of these Armenian Slingers. These units cost 450 talents, so kind of in the mid-range in terms of how expensive they are. They're equal to the elite Germanic archers, so in that sense actually they are a bit more expensive than what you would usually expect to spend on a skirmisher unit. So I've also brought 1 Persian bow. I've also brought a total of 3 Persian brigade. These units cost 325 talents, the cheapest melee infantry unit for them, but look at the melee attack and melee damage stats for these guys. They've got the regular sword, but they've got 45 melee attack to go on with it, and 30 charge bonus with frenzy as well. But besides that, their health actually is pretty decent at 80, but their armor and melee defense is absolutely dog shit. So the only way, or I think probably the best way to use these units is 1, either as a meat shield, or 2, to help support the cavalry battles. It's a very cheap unit, but that has good enough melee attack and melee damage stats to start getting some quick kills on enemy cavalry. I've also brought a total of 2 Persian mounted warriors and a total of 4 Griv Panwar, or 5 Griv Panwar cataphracts, and 1 Sparbed general. I've also brought a total of 4 elite Dalemite infantry. So let's put this back into regular speed. My opponent has brought a total of 5 Herculiani Signores. He has brought a total of 6 Suolai Palatine and 1 Equites del Mate. I guess these are the very cheap units, the cheapest cavalry units for the Western Roman Empire. He's also brought a couple of Comitatenses spears and 1 Palatina guards, the cheapest general choice for the Western Roman Empire. So while the armies are still forming, and since there's a replay and this is not a live commentary, I can tell you guys one big decisive factor in this game that really played into my advantage, and that would probably play into most people's advantage when playing in Attila, is that since the speed of the game is so quick now compared to Rome 2, a lot of the engagement or the general outcome of the battle is decided on who takes the first step. So in this sense, I took the first step decisively by charging in my Persian mounted warriors and catching his Kolai Palatine, and then immediately charging in with my Persian brigade. And now I'm going to focus fire with my Armenian Slingers onto his Kolai Palatine, and now you might be wondering why, and that's because these units have 12 rate of fire, extremely high rate of fire, and despite having no armor piercing, the Suolai Palatine themselves have very poor missile block chance. So here I'm moving in with my Persian brigade. He's charging in with his Suolai Palatine. I'm going to bring my Griv Panwar cataphracts to charge into them after that. I've also circled around and charged into his Suolai Palatine. Here my Sparbed general is going to charge straight into these Herculiani Signores, and they will get completely destroyed because Sparbed generals have the sword melee weapon, so they're actually very good in an extended combat role. Here charging into his Herculiani Signores with my Griv Panwar, and then charging straight in with all of my elite Dalemite infantry. But here you can see 7, 9 and 8 kills respectively with my Armenian Slingers, killing all of his Suolai Palatine. My Griv Panwar are starting to take a lot of casualties, mostly from friendly fire. But my Persian brigade with 11 kills on infantry, on cavalry, and Dalemite coming in there to support as well is actually proving to be pretty effective. My Sparbed general got ganged up on, but I'm going to charge in with another Griv Panwar to help support them. Here his Equites, I think these are the Equites down, no, these are full strength Suolai Palatine charging in to my Persian bows, and here you can see the devastating effect of concentrated Armenian Slinger fire. Look at how quickly these Suolai Palatine are. Look at how quickly these Armenian Slingers are even throwing their rocks. Like, good God. Suolai Palatine just getting completely slaughtered in a matter of seconds against, with 3 Armenian Slingers just concentrating fire on them. Just completely getting absolutely wrecked. Here, the armor piercing doesn't really play much of a role in Attila. I guess it's more of just brute strength and rate of fire that helps more, and in that sense the Armenian Slingers perform that role pretty effectively, almost a single experience chevron on all 3 of them, and they haven't even gotten through half of their ammo yet. So my Sparbed general is starting to lose now, but 89 kills with them, and I'm coming in with a rear charge onto his Herculiani Signores. Meanwhile, my elite Dalemite infantry getting 45 kills here, and mainly his cavalry threat has been destroyed. elite Delamite infantry charging into his Herculeani Signores, but here I'm ganging up on his Scola Palatine and then killing them off with my Griff Panvars and my Persian Mounted Warriors. Persian Mounted Warriors are a very nice unit for how cheap they are. That said, they are I mean, you can very easily just waste 500 talents by bringing them because they're very fragile. So here, Armenian Slinger is going to fire into the Herculeani Signores. I think the best way to use to use Slingers in general is to bring at least a couple of them and then just focus fire on one unit so that their effect can be maximized. And I'm firing into the flanks of these units as well. I'm probably getting a lot of friendly fire kills as well, but it's all good. The elite Delamite infantry will not do too much anyways. But my general is dead, but I've got a decisive upper hand in this battle so far. My elite Delamite infantry dying. But you know, 3 Armenian Slingers are going to be firing onto the sides of that Herculeani Signores, and I've got some more Persian mounted warriors. My Griff Panvar cataphracts have done very well, and like I said, you know, just taking the first step in this battle, or making the first move in Attila Total War is a very easy way to gain an upper hand in the battle in general. In Total War Rome 2, it gave you more you know, leeway in terms of you know, getting charged at initially, or you know, counter charging or making the second move. You know, even if you didn't get the first charge off, it didn't make much of a difference. But in Total War Attila, that's definitely not the case. Here, elite Delamite infantry attacking his Palatina guards. Elite Delamites are not very great units, and especially against Herculeani Signores, they won't do too well. But Armenian Slingers here firing into the unshielded side of these Herculeani Signores. Let's take a look at how many kills they've gotten so far. 47, 48, and 49 kills. Very, very similar kills on all 3 of these units. And I think they've done very well. I mean, it's a lot of money to be spent on a skirmisher, especially bringing 3 of these units, but I think it's worth it. I mean, it's a risk bringing them, but I think it's definitely worth it. On top of being versatile enough to kill off cavalry using their extremely high rate of fire, the fact is that they will reduce charge speed and charge bonus for enemy cavalry, so in that sense they can be very, very useful. And here you can see, I mean, they've done a lot of damage. 67 kills on one, 48 with an experience chevron on one, and I think 57 on the last. Yeah, 57. So I think all 3 of them have got an experience chevron. So yeah, they've done very well. Close victory to me. And you know, well played to Chosen Way, but at the end of the day, the fact that I got I made the first move and got the first charge with my Persian Mounted Warriors, and then just supported much quicker and helped me win the game. 57, 67, and 48 kills with my Armenian Slingers. You guys can see firsthand how effective they are at killing off cavalry. Sure, the Scola Palatine don't actually have a very poor missile block chance, but so do most cavalry. So in that sense, they can actually be pretty good. They can perform the role of javelins, but they can do that from a safer distance, while costing more though. My Spabed did pretty well, 92 kills on Herculeani Signores, and my elite Delamite infantry did pretty well too, just charged into his Herculeani Signores and then killed off most of his cavalry threat. Anyways guys, that's the end of this quick battle. Hope you enjoyed it and stay tuned for more. Peace.